The idea for the Amblin 35 show came about, basically all roads lead to Drew Struzan himself. And over the course of a meal, my co-curator was mentioning that Amblin was celebrating its 35th anniversary, and suddenly dawned on us that ultimately Drew was the man who gave birth to the image that we all worshipped 35 years ago on each movie poster. So we put two and two together and we got Drew out of retirement one more time.
The idea of doing a tribute show around the movies and TV that were created by Amblin Entertainment was for me like an out-of-the-box great idea. And when Taylor then, I think in the middle of one of our early conversations about it, attached the idea of going to his friend Drew Struzan to see whether or not Drew might be interested in exhibiting some of his original works from that period, including obviously this piece over my shoulder, the final painted one-sheet art for Spielberg's Hook. It just seemed like a no-brainer. It was a total home run.
Not everyone knows Drew Struzan's name, but everybody knows Drew's work. I think you can ask anyone on the street. They'll be able to say they've seen at least one of them.
Amblin has that very fanciful, dreamlike effect, and I feel like Drew Struzan art, it really portrays that dream effect, that fantasy, that big action adventure.
It's so cool to see the original artwork for a movie that speaks to you so strongly.
Drew's work always captures the essence of the movie. It just makes you want to go see it. He manages to be able to just produce it in one image.
Drew's work's been a big influence of mine, and you can tell that he's a master of his craft. He's somebody who can work at the top level and be able to produce stuff that people love.
The art of our age has got to be the movies. Art is to reach people's hearts, to inspire them, to motivate them. And most movies, the good ones, are going to motivate us to be a part of a better life. And if other artists saw that in my work and they emulated in that way, I love it, because that's what I intend to do, to make other people's lives better and more beautiful.
When I go and see one of their movies, I know I'm going on an adventure.
When you start seeing that logo connected to all these movies that you like, it just starts, hey, there's really something special about Amblin.
A lot of the artwork in there made me feel like a kid again, the same way I felt like when I saw the movies on the big screen. You know, it's just become that point of nostalgia, which is what this whole amazing creature feature place is all about.
I'd love to see all the different ways that people interpret the films, to see it in one room. It's amazing.
So many of the Amblin films that you consider classics are so, they have a sense of kind of childlike wonder to them, you know? There's a very youthful energy.
I feel like ultimately all of these films are very human films. And I think that's what makes everybody relate to them.
It really goes back to the scale of Amblin. The net that they've cast over the globe and the impression that they've made is really awe-inspiring, and that it tapped into each of these artists.
People keep going back to these movies, and if you are asked to use as few words as possible to describe what made and makes an Amblin Entertainment movie or TV show feel like Amblin, it would be sense of wonder.